Hey guys, Darren here, and as you can probably tell, I'm not in the best shape right now. And I want to talk about that. Today's video, I feel like, is a very important video for high achievers who often find themselves injured or sidelined because of random pains and aches and just overall burnout. I used to think that injuries were a badge of honor. Um, I used to think like injuries are kind of like when an F1 driver crashes their car and they push the limits so hard that they end up breaking them. And I thought they were just a natural thing for people who push themselves. When you push to failure, sometimes you're bound to fail, you know? Uh, but I realized that this is a very recent epiphany that I've had, that I'm thankful it came now, but I'm stupid for not seeing it sooner. It's more of a badge of arrogance than a badge of honor. It's a badge of stupidity because, as you know, I've been dealing with injuries on and off since last October, like major injuries, like arm break, the ankle break. It's major shit. But I've never been through a major injury like this before, so this is navigating new territory for me. And Friday was my first day back in the gym, last Friday. So today is a Tuesday that I'm recording this, so it's been like 4 days. And I went and did a back and bicep day, and I completely overstepped my bounds. I didn't see it at the time, but I did like Bayesian curls. I did bent over rows. I did very intensive stuff for the first day back, which should be getting back into the motion of things instead of trying to discover new motions, right? But at the time, I know I'm saying like it's like I've matured so much since then, but it is kind of the case. I didn't realize how stupid that was. I had been out of the gym for 6 weeks at that point, and getting back into like that, it wasn't a good idea at all. And 2 days after that, on Sunday, I went back to the gym again and I hit a nasty leg day. Like a leg day that me and track would be proud of. But that's the thing. I wasn't ready for that. Me and track was a completely different person. Nervous system and anatomically speaking, he was wired different, so he could sustain that. But I can't do that right now in this current stage, not yet at least. And I did that. And today, I can't bend this arm like without it hurting. Like you can see the pump there, low key, but like it hurts when I bend here, like here, and my inner hips from doing the adductor abductor machines hurt so fucking much. If this is what periods feel like, shout out to women, gang, because this is what I imagine it feels like. But anyways, like I can't I can't lay down without it hurting. I can't sit down without it hurting. I can't take a shit without it hurting. I can't stand up without it hurting. Like this is very uncomfortable for me to sit in right now because of this. It has gotten a lot better since the morning, but still, I'm not supposed to feel like this. Like this is an injury that I've caused myself. It's not a major injury. It's a very serious strain, but it's not like something that is going to sideline me for months. Probably a few days, maybe a week, but we'll see about that. Anyways, these are stupid choices that I made. These injuries are because of stupid decisions that I've made because I was overconfident. You know, I can't just jump in like that. And it's very hard for me to understand that because I'm a very go type person, right? And since last October, so October 2025, I've been in a constant cycle. I've been in a constant cycle of just recovering, you know? First, it was when I got to college, I didn't have enough time to work out for like the first month. So I was trying to recover that. Actually, you could say since September, so even a month earlier than that. And then October happened, my arm got fucked, and then I couldn't lift for months after that. And then I had to start lifting again in February. That's when I started lifting again. And in April, I tweaked my arm slightly again, a little less extreme, but still it was enough to cause concern, so I had to lay off of it for a month. And then May, I started lifting again. And then beginning of June, I got the ankle shit. And then now, like, it's just been constant recover. Like, that's been my MO for so many months now. And I'm tired of living like this, but I understand now that that is probably the only way to live, you know? I can burn out however much I want, but that's the thing with burnout. I used to believe it wasn't real because I thought it was a mental thing until like literally this weekend where I found out it's not just a mental thing. I can burn out physically too. I've never felt this before. I've never been this sore in my life before. But also, I've never been this weak in my life before. I've never been this so untethered from physical activity because of all the injuries that I'm going through. And I'm realizing that what may have worked in the past doesn't work now because I'm in completely different circumstances, which is a weird thing to think about, right? Because it basically has requests that you delete everything you know in the past because every situation is new. But that applies so well. Every situation is new. You can't solely rely on the past, right? You have to think about what you're going through right now and research that. I probably should have used a better, recovery days to get back into lifting. I used the same lifting stuff, like lifting document that I used back when I was training to be a D1 basketball player. And those workouts are significantly more demanding than getting back into a workout. And I'm paying for the price for it right now. And I want you guys to understand, if you're going through an injury, all athletes do go through some type of injury. It's to not push. Sometimes it takes more discipline to take the foot off the pedal, right? Sometimes you just got to ease the throttle. And it's a very sad feeling. It's like when there's a cop this is the analogy that I have. It's a cop at a stop sign, and you have to take your hand off the throttle. I'm talking about a bike because I drive an e-bike. You have to take your hand off the throttle and slow down, or else you're going to get a ticket, right? You have to stop sometimes. You can't just keep going full throttle all the time. And that's what I've realized about this too. My body has limits. I'm not at the age, I'm 19, I'm in like the prime, I should be like at the prime physical, right? Which I am not right now, but I will get to it after I recover from this. You have to, even though I have like really good healing powers right now because of my young age, I still have limits, Even F1 tires, they have limits on their grip. NASCAR tires, they have limits on their grip. Is it much higher than normal car tires? Yes, but you still have to abide by the limits, and I'm not abiding by the limits of my body. So for everyone that's injured, I'm sharing this as another injured person from what I've realized, like this epiphany that I had. It's to take it slow. I tried to do 9-10 months of work in 2 gym sessions, and that's landed me in another hole that I have had to dig myself out of for the past day and a half. And that's just not the right way to go about things. 3 months of work takes 3 months of work, I can't condense that into a 30-minute workout, an hour workout. I can't do that. I have to respect the process. I have to put faith in the process. And I have to take some pressure off of myself, too. I have club basketball tryouts and then club cricket tryouts coming up in September. And I think I just have to accept that I have to try my hardest, but at the same time, my capacity for hardest isn't that high right now. And that I have to take it slow, or else instead of, not making the cut in September and then working through all of next year to get maybe in my junior year on the club basketball team, instead of that, I might end up spending that year rehabbing an injury. And I would much rather spend that year practicing than go too hard and then get another injury and then have to rehab it. So for everyone that's watching this, take it slow, take it easy. There's no rush. We all have time. And this hustle mindset that is very useful in some cases is not useful when you're sick. It's not useful when you're not at your prime. It's like using like race grade fuel on a normal car. You're not there yet. You have to respect the process. I'm not just saying you as in you. I'm talking to me as well. I'm not where I want to be right now. And I have to understand that. And take it slow. I have to take it slow. I have to work on my nervous system and then build myself slowly back up. Anyways, thank you for watching. That's today's video. If you're going through an injury, I know it's hard. I'm going through one right now. It may not be as extreme as yours, but I faced some bad ones in the past. And the thing is, you will get better. If the sport is truly what you want to pursue, your body will work its way to allow you to become healthier. That's what I've realized. And yeah, that's it. Keep staying healthy, keep staying active, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. I know it's been a while, but I want to try to get more consistent. It's just that this phone keeps running out of fucking storage, so I can't do it. So anyways, have a good day. I'll catch you guys on the flip side.